Hey peeps, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I was just thinking about something that over the last couple of days that I just wanted to share real quick. And I was thinking about how sometimes we find ourselves in certain situations that are uncomfortable for us. We're in a season of life that we wish would change, be it something to do with our job, something with our family, something to do with our financial situation, a place that we're in spiritually. And a lot of times we find ourselves in these positions and we tend to focus a lot on our circumstance and how bad it is and how much we want it to change. And one of the things that the Lord was ministering to me last night was that when we get in a situation like that, it's very important for us not to focus on the situation itself and how we want it to change, but we really need to take some time and seek the heart of God on what's happening in our lives. And when we do that, that will kind of give us an idea of what we need to be doing in the meantime, while we're waiting for our situation to change. And so, you know, you might be in that situation, but how does God feel about it? Is he sad that you're in that situation and he wants you out, just as bad as you want yourself out, but there's something in your life that is missing, that's lacking, that you haven't done, an instruction that you haven't obeyed, that you maybe forgot about, or you just overlooked it, or you were just disobedient and you didn't do it? Is this just a time where God is asking you to just persevere, stand in faith, wait, persevere? Is it a situation where you're having opposition in the spirit realm, like Daniel, when he prayed and his answer was released, but it was delayed because of spiritual warfare? So we need to find out, okay, what is God saying to me about this situation? Am I asking God for something that I shouldn't be asking him about? Or that I shouldn't be asking him for? Whatever it is that I'm desiring, has God spoken to me about it? If I'm desiring, a new job, okay, has God okayed that or not okayed that? So it's very important that we have a specific word from the Lord, a rhema word from the Lord, a word that he spoke to you in your spirit personally about that certain situation. And then once we have God's heart on it, not our emotions on it, but God's heart on it, then we can begin to align ourselves with it. And if it's something that we're not doing, if we're not being faithful financially, if we're not tithing, if we're not sowing, if it's our prayer life, if it's the way that we're treating someone, some unforgiveness in our lives, or if God just wants us to just wait, be patient. We need to know what God's heart is, and then we come into alignment with it so that we're not frustrating ourselves trying to move in a direction that God never intended for us to move in. And one of the scriptures that came to my mind as I was thinking about this was Exodus chapter 3 verse 7, where God tells Moses, he says, I have seen the affliction of my people. I have seen their sorrow, and I have come down to bring them out of the land of bondage and into the land of promise. And so God is a loving Father. God, he's ever mindful of you. He's ever mindful of the covenant that he's made with you. And he does not want for you to be in a situation of bondage and affliction and oppression. He doesn't want that for you, and he wants to get you out. But what we have to do is we have to position ourselves so that we can hear his heart on the situation, come into alignment with it, obey whatever it is we need to obey, build our faith if we need to build our faith, stop doing something, if it's something that we need to stop, so that God can deliver us out of that situation. And so I just want to encourage you, stop focusing on how you feel about something. Stop focusing on the situation, how bad it is, and how much you want it to change. Seek the heart of God. Find out his thoughts. Find out how he feels about it. Find out what it is that you need to do in this situation in order to position yourself so that God can deliver you out of it. All right. So be encouraged by that, and know that whatever situation you're in, if it's affliction, if it's oppression, God doesn't want you there. He wants you to be in a land of promise. He wants you to be in a land that flows with milk and honey. The same way, he desired for the children of Israel to come out of that hard place of oppression and bring them into a land of promise. He wants to do the very same thing in your life and in my life. But he needs our cooperation. He needs us to take some time, seek his face, seek his heart, and then come into perfect alignment with whatever it is he's telling us to do. All right? So be encouraged with that. Take some time. Find out God's heart. Find out God's will. And once you find out what it is, all right, get in alignment with it. Stick with it. Stand in faith on that word. Move forward in faith on that instruction and be obedient. All right, people. That was just something quick that I wanted to share with you because I've been meditating on it myself. Have a good day. See you next time.